All right, it's currently 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, and on TF2, I saw a post by Fact, one of the people over at TF2 Center who's kind of running the place now, or helping run out at least. Uh, Basically talking about like, hey, what can we do to make people use this site? And it got me thinking, like, in light of the discussion video, people trying to talk about like ETF2L and the flaws with that, the ugly side of competitive, whatever that video is about. I think it'd be nice to open up a bit of a discussion on like why NA players are so absolutely terrified of like pugging. Back in the day, you used to be able to get pugs at basically any hour, using just like TF2 Center or like, you know, occasionally you have in-houses with your friends and stuff, but like generally there was a town square system where you could point anybody who's new to the game over to this website, and you could go, hey, this is where we play. This is how to play my version of the game. That just doesn't exist anymore, and I don't know why that is, because the problem is super fixable. We've got enough people. I doubt that the player pool is so diluted at this point to where we just like don't have enough people to have pugs running constantly. With all of the new blood in the divs as of recent, like all the TFTC coaching stuff, all that stuff happening, there should be pugs going on all the time. But we just have nowhere to point people. And it's this vicious cycle of like, we enter this vicious cycle of, because nobody's added up, nobody's going to add up because it's going to be a waste of time, so pugs just never run. And it's just so confusing to me why this community is somehow so tight-knit but also so slow to react to these issues, unless I'm just completely missing something, which is totally possible because I'm relatively like new to the RGL scene. What the fuck? All I want to know is, how are there two like perfectly functioning pug systems that work great, but nobody is adding up? Is there like are we scared of pugs now? Do we just not like the quality of games? Do we not enjoy pugging anymore? There's a lot of people that would, you know, come back to this game, and we'd have a lot more of I feel like a community presence if we just had the game readily available at any time for people to just hop in and join. You know, with competing in RGL and stuff or different leagues, a lot of your time is eaten up. Like 2 hours a night, you're just spending like scrimming or doing whatever. Like it can get exhausting where people just don't want to play anymore. But like there's a middle ground that we just haven't for some reason found a way to inhabit. Where yes, you can just add up and play and then dip whenever you want and then come back and then the shit's still there. I don't know. I just want to open up a line of discussion or some random like it makes sense why the captain's pugs are popping, right? Because it's just pug champ. All the invite players get their little sandbox to play in, and they get to enjoy their type of like quality of games. That makes perfect sense. But why are open pugs just so like dead? They shouldn't be. With the amount of like open players or like IM or main players, with the amount of people that are in this game, they should be running all the time. Again, it just feels like. And then TF2 Center has that problem too, where like, why are these not running? You know, no one's adding up, and TF2 Center might be a bit of a different issue just because with the issues in the past with Noob Master or whatever his name is, like banning everybody and just like driving everybody away from the site because he's just being a freak. Like that makes a lot more sense, but like the core of the issue is we just haven't decided on a system that works for everybody, and it's really sad because like I just want to play my game. I should be able to play my game whatever I want. I shouldn't have to like schedule a time on like 2 hours a night, like 4 or 5 days a week to just be able to play the game that I enjoy, right? It should just be readily available. I should be able to point to people and say, hey, this is the game I play. You can try it out with me or whatever. You know, it just feels like a really big hurdle that the community hasn't, or I guess people haven't figured out or diagnosed or even talked, because I don't see it talked about. I've been shilling open pugs for a long time. Like, guys, just add up. And I don't seem to get a straight answer as to why people aren't adding up. I hear like, I'll hear like a vague gesturing of an issue, but I'll never hear the issue itself. So I guess that's kind of like what I wanted to ask with this video is, what do we want with pugs? Where do we go with pugs? And why are people not adding up? If you could answer a question for me, I think that would be it. Like, why is this such a big issue, even though for so long we had such a great system, and now it's just dead? Like, how do we revive this system? Shut up, soldier. God fucking damn it. How do we revive the system? How do we figure out what works for us? Because there should be no way. There should be no way that we can't find pugs right now. Okay? It should be absolutely exploding. Also, why are like middle div, like lower div players just so terrified of adding up? It's because they just don't know, or they enjoy their in-houses. Like, yeah, what's the deal? I don't know. Dude, I just want to play my game. That's like all I care about, right? I just want to play the game that I enjoy. And I can't, even though I'm confident in my belief that we can find a system that works. We just haven't figured it out. I don't know. Like I said, I just want to play.